Foley that. A little top of the morning, I ain't gonna lie, I was just getting up, coming with my own little story or whatever, and I just seen my name in another, like, mention, and I don't actually got the page again, but, Trigger Bird from Hoova, he got at me, or he getting at addressing the stuff that he's addressing, and like I said, I've never been here to help the DA or do the police job or none of that shit. So active crimes and paperwork, I ain't even gonna get into on this space. But like I said, I did drop the page or whatever the case may be, and we don't gotta do no DMing. Like, hit my page, and we can turn that into a phone call, and we can holler about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't YouTube savvy, like it ain't YouTube suitable, like, so I'm not into that, like, but I'm always open to talk or whatever the case, like you said, it ain't here to start nothing, and if we can help some people get home or whatever the going on, I'm absolutely with that. But like all that other stuff, if we want to be technical, the stuff with people's backside and all that type of stuff, that's also crimes. Like, if we're gonna just be technical and be all the way clean, all the way through and through, you feel what I'm saying? Don't speak on unsolved crimes, ongoing crimes, or I don't know, you feel what I'm saying? So, neither here nor there, though. I really came for a story. Like, I got something different to talk about. Like, in the craziest part, I swear, what I'm talking about is a dude who was from Hoova, was in Juvenile Hall, and we ended up in the county together. The crazy part, we was in Juvenile Hall together. He was from Hoova, he was gang banging. I'm not gonna say he was turned up or nothing like that. He was like regular gang member. I never talked to him or nothing. And I ended up getting out and seeing him on King and Crenshaw, and I'm like, what the hell he doing over here? But it wasn't no thing of like we on some bull stuff. I'm just driving by, and that was that. Like, and seeing him, like, dang, what he doing over here? Long story short, we ended up in the county together, and he ended up from Blackstone. But on another note, I want to clear the air. If it was anything I ever said that was like I came to do like a back and forth argumentative type of thing, because that's not the case, not at all, not close, nothing close to. But simple as that, I'm open to talk and reach out to whoever I could reach out to that I have personal contact and personal relationship with, and see what they feel. But everybody is grown, and you feel what I'm saying? I don't know, I can't like promise nobody nothing, I ain't. But anyways, moving forward. Last night, me and Foleaf was supposed to do the live, me, Foleaf, and Roz on the, and long story short, the phone ended up getting sent to me too late, and I wasn't able to make it on time, or whatever the case may be. But my time actually running short right now, so I'm gonna get right into this. But tonight, me, Foleaf, and Roz will be doing the live tonight. That's locked in. We doing that. That's a guarantee locked in. I gotta figure out a couple more things before I know for sure we got all the utensils to work the magic, because like I say, we on these type of yours where phones are scarce, and I just so happen to come across a Southsider who allows me to rent the time to take care of my business or whatever. Excuse me, not a Southsider, like a Paisa, I believe, but I don't know, it's all the same to us. But anyways, I'm getting to the story though. Basically, pretty much, loudmouth dude. I know his last name, first and last name, honestly, but I ain't gonna do that. He was Foskip from 74 Hoova. He was in Juvenile Hall. I met him in LP. Well, it wasn't even a thing of me meeting him, because we was in LP Unit S, and it's two sides. So basically, pretty much, if you're not the like porter or whatever the case may be, it ain't really no way unless we like do it up at rec, you know what I'm saying? But I always had some other stuff going on in jail period, to where I wasn't really doing the rec thing, like kicking back and gangbanging. I ain't gonna lie, at that time, you feel me? I'm like 15 years old. And long story short, we go back and forth though, you feel what I'm saying? And my home jail was never LP. So basically I'd come for a couple days and do my little pop balance thing, but every time I gotta go to court and stuff, I would go right back to Central. So with that being said, I never really had too many incidents at LP. It'd just be like a hit and miss quick thing. I go for a couple days and I'm trying to make my way right back to Central. That's where my juice was at. That's where the staff knew who I was and treated me as such, or whatever the case may be, and where my homies usually or house, you know what I'm saying? LP be more like a Compton, Watts, Long Beach, and all them type of, you feel me, gang of Hoova dudes and stuff like that. So Central was more like a comfortable space for us back then or whatever. So long story short, Juvenile Hall, full skip is sentenced to placement. So he finna go and get on a van and go to like basically the streets. But I would say that's like a juvenile halfway house, damn near fake it. Like people who don't have stable homes or parents don't want them and stuff like that. That's somewhere the system houses you in. It's better than being in jail, but it's still not home, you feel me? But as close as it's gonna get to, you know what I'm saying? So getting into that, as he as he leaving the unit, it's school line movement. It's school line movement, and he pushing down the hallway. Bail always been extra. The house super like, I'm gonna give it to him for sure. Gang member, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Like it's gang banging, but like, you know what I'm saying? We were justifying stuff like who getting cracking, who rushing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all probably, I would hope shit, but it was like sometimes it ain't that. You feel me? But to go set up fights or to lock legs, and sometimes it'd be like, man, look, this is what it is. And this is one of them situations where I feel like this is what it is. I'm like having an emotional time. One of my homies, Tiny Pee Wee, was shot in the head. So as he was, this is days too, maybe the next day or maybe if no further than 2 days later on the dead homies for sure, like right there. And we pushing down line movement, and on the hood I'm the last person in line, and he bailing, got the extra out walk, and he like walking with the staff and gonna say, I'm finna AWOL placement and bust on some more of your homies. I get right busy. Put cut down, dead homies, go for the ground and pound, like, got me, what? A hook grip, but when I go for it, I ain't gonna lie, there's so many homies in the unit that once the staff grab me and he on the ground, on the dead homies, all you hear him saying is like, Groove, where my glasses? Where my glasses? But he on the floor, on the dead homies. The homie, Tiny Crafty 9, rest in peace from Harlem, run over there and go for the stupid, fat, slow kick and miss on the dead homie, because I went for it though, and oh God, that's crazy, man. Me and Crafty was just sillies in the hole at a point in time. And he ended up dying like shortly after we make it to wherever we went after that. But rest in peace to him. And oh God, like we all know, bro. Oh God, this is like some shit from I was 15 years old, bro. Like this ain't never been nothing to start nothing, bro. I'm really just getting into my life, and the reason I don't speak on certain things because I don't even like to speak on things that I wasn't present for or didn't see with my own mouth, or it wasn't mine, and it's real involvement in it, right? So moving forward now, that happened to happen. I'm going to the county jail. This way, so many trips I done been to the county jail at this time already. Basically, I've been to the county jail a gang of times, and when I seen the same exact dude on the hood, like I say, we on like a first and last name basis, honestly, on God, but just from doing time together or whatever, but neither here nor there, boom, we end up on the tier together, neighbors in 2224 MCJ. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, keep it real. You go through this stuff and be knowing each other for so long that you can see each other now all these years later, and I don't got no reason to really be tripping. I did what I did, you said what you said, and I guess it was just like an accepted thing. We was on a talking basis. We right next door to each other. Right next door to each other, so we talk and shit. Telling him, like, you know, we could even joke and clown about that. You know what I'm saying? This is like a real thing. Lotto from Blackstones, anybody know him, can ask him, whatever. But now he's fat as hell. But it's like that should be within what's in your chest. Like that side stuff don't always really matter, but he's real fat. Like damn near close to 200 pounds fat, like 5'9", 200 pounds. Like what the fuck did happen? You been in here eating them psych meds alive. But under that homie, so long story short, everything straight, everything cool, whatever, we straight. Until one morning, we down here, we just kicking it, and my homie 40 Joe. Now, if you know 40 Joe, you know 40 Joe was down there wrecking the party. On it, I was beating ass on the real BTA, for sure. I'm a witness of, that module, just particularly this melee, he ended up going high power folk, and he fought white chocolate, he fought fat body, he was anything come through, he breathing on the hood, but some of his time there, I was in the hole and ended up making it there after him, so some of this already took place before we got there. When I was there, I witnessed him fight white chocolate and Q-Ball from A-Trade. But Q-Ball straight though, that's my guy. I've been knowing Q-Ball since I was like fresh 18 to fight my case, and him and Greyhound was in the station with me. And me, him and Greyhound, like always kept it clean, regular ever since we met each other. I ain't never had no physical altercations with him either. I'm not gonna cap on those. It was always a thing, just like some respect shit. And the craziest part, Greyhound on the bus with a woman is crying me as a girl. And she asked him, like, maybe you ain't running to no whoopty-whoops in there, and this, the neighborhood shit. And he like, I like, hey, bro, like, on the dead homie. And he like, hey, baby, watch your mouth. Like, on the hood, that was like our initial meeting, like going to court from 77 Station on God Heaven on the dead homie. But not what this about neither. So, Lotto from Blackstone, we on a talking basis. He in the cell with the homie Spider from PJ on the dead homie. Then this was actually my cell, but I just went to the hole and came back. So now I'm in the cell with the South Side. And basically 410. We talking, we regular, we working out and shit. The homie 40 Joe asked me like, what's up, bro? What you down there doing? Yell down there and say something, and I'm like, what you doing? He dissed the manhood on the tier. He say he maintaining, but derogatorily say he dissing the Blackstone hood and maintaining, all mixed in one. So, shit. My homeboy. You feel me? I always been like, if I'm team you, I'm right or wrong about you. We'll discuss the wrongs later, and yes, this was wrong, but it happened. It's over with. It ain't nothing to talk about. On the hood, it was gangbanging. So he asked me, that's what he asked me first, is I'm working out. I tell him, yeah. I asked him what he doing. He say that. Then he doubled back and just asked me, after he asked me if I'm working out, I said, yeah. I say, what you doing? Oh, you think I'm a mark? I'm doing the same thing you doing, baby. I'm maintaining with the derogatory thing to diss the people. And now Lotto go crazy with the like, oh, blah, 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 on the tear. And GB, homie, RB from Anthony's and all them down there, whatever the case may be. He tell them some stuff on a kite, or try to make a kite to him. I wheel the whole fishing line in. I wheel that motherfucker in, take the kite off the line, read it, send the line back down there. The kite say that the Crips, the sea creatures, and the derogatory form of the word just dissed his hood. So get the things ready. Right up my alley on the river. So I tell the homies in the back, pull up, I send them the kite. They read it, everybody popping it off, and knock him out, all this, that, and the third. So I'm like, feel me, neither here nor there. I'm right here next door to him. I don't know what y'all think, how y'all ain't gonna make it down here. So Finally, hours go by. They finally popped the seal. As soon as they popped the seal, I pushed right in his seal. I'm spotted for PJ's taking the number 2. He's sitting on his toilet with the curtain pulled, so half of the seal is like blocked up, so it's only like a little piece of the seal. So I'm like, I ain't finna sock her all over the homie and we in here tussling and fighting. Wherever it go, that man in here taking his shit. So tell Lotto, like, look, man, check it out. Push to the back. Push to the back, and he do all this turned up stuff. As we about to squabble, he just keep going for the flop and fall. Dead on me, so for Joe so mad. Like, look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You finna fight back, bro. Like, whoa. She started let me knock cuz out. Like, whoa. And I'm like, come on, man, you ruining my little fun. Like, I got it. You see, it ain't nothing. And let me try to get him to stand up. I want to see how hard I hit. We just talking shit. I ain't gonna lie. So all the Crips is on the tier, breathing. I don't know. RB from Hampton's gonna say, like, man, why y'all trying to make this like a Crip and blood issue? So baby Darko from Park Village get right cracking. He say, man, we got the height. He hit RB in the chest. RB big though. RB big old dude. DC my height, little stocky like pit bull down from prison. Get cracking on cuz, like clip the chin but hit him in the chest. Bap. Man, RB slide down the gate all slow. Yeah, always at the gate and slide down like he just got socked by Debo. We slide down in slow motion and it go crazy. Everybody get cracking. Flum flam. Next thing you know, man, it rocked the bell from Brim, and I actually heard he deceased too as well. Man, that's crazy, young dude, and he was like with the fighting at least. I know he was really like he not turning nothing down and stuff. So shout out to him, man. Rock the bell from 6 Deuce Brim on the hood, and he was actually like he was willing to fight and stuff. Like I'm not gonna but rest his soul or whatever. But he was willing to fight for sure. Respect that 100%, and he was young. So, but back to it. Man, next thing you know, it's like Riverdance party on the real, on the dead homies. All you see is feet and heads bobbing on crib, like all the bloods kind of get the bad end of the stick. And long story short, out of all this, you see a boy run down a tier. He leave one shoe down here, he fall, try to get back up, keep running. Lotto from Blackstone's all over him, and you take off running and leave your home. Like I say, man, this ain't the story, nothing. It's just my little story time, my storytelling to get my life off my chest, to tell my story and get into what made me who I am today. And that's what I really do this for. And it's somebody who reached out to me and basically tried to ask me, can you get my information to do one of them crazy things about your case and all that type. Not with it. And he respected it. So that was that. And like I got my own voice and I can tell my own story pretty much. And he respected it though. So I told him though I will push his page. It was respectable rants. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to jump on his live or something, answer a few questions he might have for me, but I'm not with that though. You ain't gotta go on here and do it. You feel me? I'm not with it. I got my own voice. I can tell my own story. You feel what I'm saying? But it's certain stuff that is like it's a process. Y'all is gonna find out who I am. You know what I'm saying? But it's a process to all this. Like, I got my own plans with this, so, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate him for respecting that, and shout out to the Respectable Rant page. It's just like that, Respectable, spelled as is, Rants, R-A-N-T-S. And then, man, shout out to Trigger Bird and the whole Hoova community. But like I said, if anybody that has contact with him could give him my information as far as the Instagram thing, and then we could go from there as far as further contact. I will also, for sure, holler at him and see what we could get down to the bottom of with whatever he talking about, to see how can that be accommodated, but it's not really my place, you know what I'm saying? But as far as I can help, I'm willing to help. As far as the other stuff with the man behind, he shouldn't have went for it and should have died about that part of his body. And that's just my personal opinion. Like we say, it's not just story nothing, but we all on here giving our opinions on things, and that's just that. And I'm gonna say that. But like I said though, look like the $1,000 giveaway. That's a bummer. That's over with. But on the real, neither here nor there, man. We're not here to start nothing. I don't know the exact name, but I'm about to for sure go look before I drop it and at least put it in my description because the titles be like real limited or whatever. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up, man, and y'all go ahead and let Trigger Bird know I'm willing to talk to him, and that's that, you know what I'm saying? It's the internet and all that. I'm not finna be the dude to go back and forth and argue ever. Like, it's a respect thing. I'm on the prison yard, and it's a lot of things that can be said that I will not speak on because I know my place too. You feel me? And this thing will get deadly behind YouTube, behind you just thinking you a voice and going on here and saying any little thing. But like I said, 40 this, 40 that, the burner hats on FC. But y'all stay tuned and tap in. Me, 4Leaf, and Rod supposed to do the live tonight. It will be just like the one that him and Christopher Lovejoy and them did. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all gotta take what y'all could get though. But it should at least be about 30 minutes. And I know y'all wanna hear what the Chiefer on Hood Crib Leaf, the Chief got to say. And my boy Rozzy Bugatti, man, oh God. But you know we doing player shit though. Nigga this ain't even me, bro. Like I said, I barely talk in real life. On the dead homies, if you know, you know, I barely talk in real life. But like I say, shout out to all the folks, man. Shout out 40 Joe on the hood. Shout out to the Crips, free the Crips, man, on the hood. Free T.O., free Holly Rock, free everybody ain't telling. On the dead 40 this, 40 that. The glove hats.